A very good afternoon and Jai Hind to all my dear children. Welcome back to the 12th module of English. In this module, we shall learn about an important topic named modal verbs. So first, we will understand what they are and how they are different from normal verbs. Then we'll look into the examples. And finally, I'll be providing you an exercise to practice. So let's start. Well, what is a modal verb? What do you understand by a modal verb? Well, children, a verb that gives more meaning to the main verb is called a modal verb. A modal verb cannot stand alone, which means it requires main verb for its existence. It is used before the first form of the verb. Let's understand this with an example. The sentence is, he can. Here, can is the modal verb, but the sentence is incomplete because there is no main verb present. But when I say he can swim, it clarifies that he has got the ability to swim, and this is a complete sentence. It can be noted that modal verbs come before the main verbs. So here, can is the modal verb. Now let's understand this with the help of some examples. You can see there are three columns. The first column indicates type, the second column indicates modal verbs, and the third column indicates the examples. Now the first type is based on ability and inability. Here, can expresses the ability to do something, while cannot or can't expresses the inability to do something. For example, I can dance, but I can't sing. Here, can and can't are the modal verbs. The second type is based on permission and refusal, where the modal verbs used for this type are can, can't, may, mayn't or may not. Can also suggests seeking permission and the granting of it. Cannot or can't shows the refusal to give that permission. Similarly, may is used to seek and grant permission, and may not is used to refuse permission. May not is also written as mayn't. Now the examples are, can I please take the call? The answer is yes, you can, or no, you can't. The second example is, may I come in, sir? The answer is no, you may not, or no, you mayn't. Here can, can't, may and mayn't are the modal verbs. The third type is based on suggestions, where modal verbs should and should not are used to give suggestions. These are very polite expressions. For example, you should get a haircut soon. You shouldn't run. The fourth and the last type is based on obligation, in which must is used as a modal verb. Must expresses the absolute need to do something. For example, you must pay attention in class. So here must is the modal verb. Now there are few important points to note down. Please keep this in your mind. While must and should are similar in their function, should is milder than must and must expresses a stronger need than should. They are also called as defective verbs. Now children, there is an exercise given for you to practice. You have to identify the modal verb in the given sentences. Complete your work, and I hope you liked the video. Thank you so much. That was all for today's class. Stay happy and stay healthy.